I think I just
Oh, okay.
reconnected now, so I think I had a disconnect.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh.
I did hear you though. I
Oh.
just couldn't talk.
Okay.
I heard
Oh,
everything you
okay.
said.
Okay.
It's just for some reason I had a disconnect, so that was weird. I have some. Hopefully, my fiber. That there's supposed to be some fiber coming around here soon. I need a new internet or something. Um, but my let's see if I can remember what I was saying here. Um, that's fine. Finish your point. I can't remember.
Okay. Um, yeah. Well, basically, I say we do put God together in our own likeness, what we want out of him. I think that. Oh, that's what I was saying. That we want to share experience with each other, and I think that the Bible is a good way to for us to get that experience. But like I said, I don't have to believe everything is the fact, and that every circumstances is accounted for in the Bible, and that every understand. But if I have a basis or a principle, I think it's not a bad idea for a society to get along. Um, when it comes to the basic rules of loving each other as
Oh, I just realized it started
ourselves.
a whole different new stream. I got disconnected and a whole new stream had to start. That's too bad. 1 second. Sorry, man.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. Yeah.
Well, hey man,
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go ahead and duck out. But hey man, thank you for a chance to talk, and I appreciate the opportunity you give me to sort through my own beliefs, because I do know that this is something that is a work in progress and probably will be till the day I die. And I appreciate people giving me their time to bounce ideas. And I like what you say. I like what you got going on.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. Take care, buddy.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You too.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Gonna have to wait for everybody to rejoin, unfortunately. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We got booted, scooted and booted. Let me find that, refresh page. You didn't really miss much. We kind of were ending the conversation, so don't worry about that. But yeah, my bad. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to kind of get back in. I think we did have somebody else that wanted to come up and just say some things, but let me. Oh, my internet just went out. It randomly went out, so I don't know. Sorry about that. It sucks because now the video that's recorded starts over, so it's like, oh, now I'm gonna have two videos, which is annoying because depending on how long this section goes, it's gonna have like this little small ass segment of video. And technically, with how the YouTube algorithm works, you don't want it to cut off and start a whole new video. So that sucks. Um, Unfortunately, guys, I'm going to need you guys to click that damn like button again. It will, because now that's on another video. But give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to give time for everybody to just join back up. Um, so I will be back, though. We're not ending the stream. I was having some good conversations. Yeah, that sucks too that you can't catch up on the chat either. So it's unfortunate. But I'll be right back. Just so nobody's confused, I'm going to leave this screen up. So you're just going to have to watch my background. You're going to get to see my chair be the star for a moment. So just because I don't want everybody thinking that the stream ended. So I'm going to allow everybody to jump back in and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Like I said, unfortunately, that stinks. We had quite a few people in here until the stream ended, so maybe people will trickle back in, but all good. Appreciate you guys that did come back. Unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, not that you guys came back, but unfortunate that we got to let everybody find this again. I guess I could post it in my community area, and that way, if somebody has subscribed, they'll be able to see the post. But it is annoying, super annoying. But here's what it is. What can we do? What can we do? You just gotta roll with the punches sometimes. I think we did have somebody that wanted to come say something, so I'm gonna bring them up if they're still in there. Not sure. All right, I did repost the new stream. So let's see. And if you do want to step up to the plate, don't forget you can join. The Migo Devil track, I had to check it out. I did not. Let me find my Discord. What's up, man? Not sure if you had some comments or not, so I'll drop you back if you don't. But welcome back, guys, to another stream. Don't forget, click your buttons. All right, I'll drop you down. Doesn't look like nothing to say on there. Just message me if you want to jump back in until we get somebody else to jump in. All right, who wants to come defend if they think God is good? Let's see our percentage here. How is our the yeses are stepping back up on this poll. So if you voted yes that God is good, I would like to speak to you. So hop on up. I think I got to refresh this chat, by the way. Let's see. How do I do that? I don't think I'm seeing all the chat. The Discord, once you hopped in there, you just have to let me post the link. I got stuff all over the place. So here is the link. It's pretty simple, man. You join the link, you jump on in. Oop, I can't spell, so don't do that. There you go. I did pull you up there, Keep. So you just have to set up your microphone. There's going to be a little microphone at the bottom, a little headset at the bottom, and you got to make sure those are set up to your actual microphone. That's where most people have an issue. And as soon as you get that set up, you should see a little green icon pop up around a green around your icon, and then that means you are connected. Here, let me try it again. There shouldn't be push to talk here, so try it again. But I don't think I have the settings in here. Let me check my settings for you. 1 second. The other people were able to just talk, so I'm pretty sure that's how I set it up. Let me make sure. Yeah, it says use voice. Yeah, you don't have to push to talk. Getting a bunch of messages. Don't know what the hell it is. Yep. Let me see if I can reconnect the chat to my. God, I hate that the stream went off. I swear, as soon as the stream goes off, man, like everything just goes to crap. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can use push to talk too, but you just got to figure out what your push to talk button is. Why isn't? So it's unfortunate that things decided to crap out on us a little bit. We were popping for a second. All right, I'm going to drop you back down until you can figure it out, my man or my gal. Sorry, it's not working there, but you should be able to. You can even go ahead and test your stuff as well. Like, go and test your stuff. So let me, God dang, where's my stuff at? Too much stuff. Way too much. Where is my Discord? Now my Discord's missing. Let's see. Discord. There it is. All right. I'll put you in the backstage. Good luck. Good luck. I think you'll figure it out. All right. Anyone else like to jump on in? You're welcome. That was a decent conversation. I always like talking to Buck. He does try to be honest. I need to stop yelling. I forgot I don't have to yell. Or I can just lower this down. I literally can talk in my low voice and just it goes well. I always like talking to Buck. He tries to be as honest as possible, so that's all I can ask for. But like I was saying, we did have a higher percentage. It got to 41% that said God is good. I was talking on my input, was bumping, but you couldn't hear me. Let me know when you think you got it good. I'll jump, put you back in. Like I can see you in the backstage. If I see green go around your little icon, I know you're talking. I need to yell for you. Yeah, it's fair. Trying to get my other chat to pop back up. Chat is disabled for this live stream. So stupid. Grr. Refresh page. Well, selfish plug. We do have another video coming out at 3:00 my time, so in about 2 more hours. Be sure to check it out. Click your buttons and watch it. This one's coming out. A little hint. It's another. It's a good. Wait, hold on. I make so many videos. I don't even know what video is coming out. Let me check. I got so much always on my mind. Like I literally can pop out so many videos. Oh, I see Justin. Justin just went live, so there might be a bunch of people that aren't coming back. I can't beat him at the moment. Let me see what video is coming out. Ain't no way I'm beating him with the views. All right, let's see. What do I have? Yeah, it's a Christopher Hitchens one that I thought was pretty good. So you guys Might enjoy that one. That's coming out in a couple hours. Invalid invite. Well, that you're already in here. So once I pull you up here, like, so see, you're in here now. So see your face or see your little icon. So you should be able to talk because you're up again. Oh, really? You know what? Let me do this. I will disconnect myself and then redo it because everything did uh, disconnect. So let me get myself out of here. I see my stuff moving, and uh, you can see my icon turning green. So let me disconnect and then reconnect. Let's see. Okay, let me check to make sure headset's good. And I could hear the music, so that was good. Does anybody else want to jump in just to check it? Do I have a volunteer? Anybody else? All right, we got one person. All right, let's see. Let me swap you guys out. And hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so it's working. It was a quick in and out. I appreciate it, but it's working. So, oh, is you? You just, I just heard blah blah blah. By the way, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I don't know what you said. Blah blah blah. All right. Come back up and say a sentence for us because they said they couldn't hear you. One more, like say a 5 second sentence, just so we know it's working. Come on back up. All right, here we go. He's gonna say more than blah blah blah. How's your day going? How's your day going, man? Oh, he left. Hold on. All right, go.
You hear me?
Yeah, definitely hear you. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, you doing all right, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm just watching this.
Watching the World Cup?
No, watching this video. Stream.
Oh, okay. No World Cup for you. Do you have a team?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I don't either. So, all right, man. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, he might have been low, but I don't think there's a way y'all didn't hear him. Evil is in a subject. It's subjective. Yes, I very well could see someone who begged God to save their loved ones, and he didn't claim God as evil. So there's some other things I did want to discuss until we get somebody to join. That when we're talking about God being good, there's some very key things that I like to think about now. And so we have the story of the devil, right? And most of this is like the mythology that was added on a little bit later. The story about the devil being thrown from heaven, the devil being the most beautiful angel that God ever created, all of these kind of things. And as a father, this is something I thought about just last night. What kind of father would I be, and what kind of loving father would I be if I did not want my children to surpass me? Say it again. What kind of father would I be? What kind of loving father would I be if I did not want my kids to surpass me? And I don't know why I've never thought about that before. I just always thought it was mean of God to not actually, no, the devil story. I only thought it was mean that God made the devil and the devil was always going to rebel. But when you read why the devil was punished, it was the fact that the devil wanted to be like God. Why is that bad? Like, I don't know why I never thought about this. And to me, that literally just, oh, I can't even talk. I got so excited. To me, that literally destroys the whole God of the Bible. Like that one part right there, the God of the Bible is not good. Right? Like that right there, that one fact that God got upset twice, by the way. We're just talking about the devil being thrown out for wanting to become God. And then the second one is the Tower of Babel. Why would God be upset that they wanted to reach God? It's the worst story of a parent wanting to keep their kids down. Right? It's as if me being jealous if my sons or my daughters become more successful than me. I would not be considered a loving parent if I got mad that my son's got a nicer car than me or whatever the case is, right? Or my daughters are have bigger homes than me and all this other things. Are they striving to be better than me? I don't think anyone here would say I was a supportive, or good parent. Or smarter, yes. And that's a very interesting thing there. Hey, what's up, Weeping Spirit? Did we get the audio fixed? Maybe we should start using Zoom. I know the line uses Zoom. Yeah, God doesn't want anyone being on his level. That's strange. I want my kids to be on my level and beyond my level. That's a good parent. That's a supportive parent. And that makes no sense. That destroys the all loving, right? That destroys, I mean, some people don't say all good, right? But that destroys the good part. It does not destroy the all knowing. I guess. Actually, it might destroy that too, because maybe not. I had to think about the all knowing part. And if you can finish that thought for me, go ahead. But that's an interesting one. All right, I'm going to try keeping up first to see if they can talk. What's up, keeping? Did you fix it? All right, no fix. We go back to weeping. Hello? You're green. Say something again. You were just green. Oh, it went away. All right. You're getting close, weeping spirit. I feel it. You're this close. But let me know what you guys think about that. What I just said. Do you disagree? You agree? Because I think that is a very interesting thing. And the main point is, why would somebody's parent not want them to what's the word? Sorry. Elevate higher than them? Very, very strange thing. Very strange. I believe that good, bad, it's all subjective. We come up with a game. Like I like the chess example. You come up with a game, you figure out what the game is, and then you set objective rules to the game. But it's still made up. It's all made up. Keeping up. You're back in again. What you got? You here? You good? All right, back down. Weeping spirit. Got you up. You good? All right, back down. All right. We got 2 people waiting in queue. You're just waiting on them to figure it out. It will only be one at a time because I want to give whoever wants to come up all the attention that you deserve. And then I don't want it to be like if I have another person that agrees with me, I don't want to be jumping on one person because I truly like to have these conversations and I truly like people to make me think about my ideas and for myself to make people think about theirs. I'm not doing this to have any gotchas. I want to have a actual conversation with people. So. Oh, you two are testing in the backstage. I don't know if you can talk in that one. I'll change it so you guys can talk in there. If y'all can talk to each other, let me see. I mean, I had somebody jump in and it worked instantly, so I know it works. So I know for sure it works. We've had 2 people come in now, so it's like I know for sure it works. And yeah, I mean, they say God is a jealous God, right? Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, don't make me go in with another blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess the other thing I can do is also set up like a like a Zoom type of thing as well. That way people have more than one option to jump on and talk. It sucks that I got 2 people that want to talk and I can't get them in. That actually is frustrating me a little bit. But if anybody else wants to jump in, have a conversation. If you have just a thought about what I said, then that's cool too. If you want to kind of jump in and give me your thoughts on what I just spoke about, that's cool too. Also, don't forget to re-click the buttons. I'm sorry, the stream had to start over. So I need you guys to hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you think. You really do think God is good? I hope the universe dies out. That sounds so pessimistic, man. Why do you hope the universe will, not the universe, who cares? We won't even be here for that, especially at the rate that we're going. Um, I just want to see, there's so much I want to see before I die. And the fact that we can't just be honest about something like this annoys me, because if we can't be honest about this book, that's probably not true, then there's no way we can like expand and colonate the universe. Right? Like there's so like, oh my gosh, I can only imagine how much this crap has held us back for so long, and where we would be right now if we just focused on only worrying about provable things and trying to find proof for things. It sucks. When I think about it, it sucks. How many Einsteins have died? How many Isaac Newtons? How many, like, all these people that we've only had a few of them in throughout time? How many of those were killed, or how many of those were not allowed to think, right? Because of this kind of shit. And it's just people not being honest about stuff they can prove, right? All right. So you're saying it's all good. Hello. Wait, that's weird, because every time I jump, are you kicking yourself out? Hold on. Because when I move you up, you leave. There must be something going on. Did you leave or did not? I'm gonna try a different room. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna bring you in here. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I have you in a whole different room now. Yeah, something's going on. I don't know what to tell you, brother. That sucks. Because it looks like you're trying hard to want to get in here. So, you know what? Let me try. Do you have Zoom? I think I can make a Zoom for us, bro. I want to hear what you have to say. Do, do, do. You can hear me? Yeah, I don't know how you're muted, but you're definitely muted. No, I don't know what to say, man. Like I said, I've had 2 people join, and it was fine. Like I get you're not muted. I see you're not muted, but there is. Here, I'm gonna accept your friend request. I don't think that's what it is, but now I accepted your friend request. What about now? Go here, put you on stage. No? Good? No? That sucks. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna call you. All right. If this doesn't work, I don't know what's up. I'm literally about to just call you. Start call. Like, go ahead and pick up the call. I'm calling you. Like, there's like, if I'm calling you directly, it should work. Hello? I don't know, bro. It says you're in the call too. That's what's so funny. All right, I'll hang up. Yeah, I called you directly. So I don't know. All right, guys. Anybody else want to join in? Said unfortunate, but is what it is, guys. Tech problems. And honestly, if we can't find somebody that's working, we have, I want to say about 10 more minutes. If we find somebody that's working and we get a chat going, for sure. If anybody, next stream will be Monday. So if you are somebody that wants to call in, make sure your Discord is good. So it kind of sucks to end it like that, but we have a couple good ones. I will say that. I feel like it was a couple good calls, or one good call really, but wasn't too bad, man. Mondays are going to be like about 4 o'clock. That gives me time to get home. But if you have the notifications on, then I mean it's going to be good. All right, like if you have notifications, you'll see me. You'll see my ugly mug on your screen. Maybe I don't know what other call services. I just like Discord because it's easy. What other call-in services do you guys know about that just for sure work? Let me know, and I can try to look into that as well. Okay, yeah, I know Skype. I know Discord's easy, but it sucks. I had 2 people that wanted to talk, unless they're trolling me, and I don't think they're trolling me. It sucks that I couldn't get them to come in or get them talking, or I couldn't hear them. They said they could hear me, so that kind of sucks. Oh, that's a good question. When you downloaded the Discord app, did you grant permissions? Yeah, but you joined and were able to talk. That's the thing. Like, I get that you might have been muted instantly, but because there's 2 rooms, right? One room I'm muted, one room is not muted. So when I dragged you up to the room, you're good. Hey, you're welcome to join back in, and I'll try again. Like I said, I'm here for like 10 more minutes. As many times as you're willing to try, I am willing to try. And it was only because I set it up that way in case there was like a bunch of people in the backstage. I wanted them to wait for all of their conversation to be on the stream, right? I didn't want all the conversation happening on the backstage. I would have rather save all the conversation for the live. So we'll wait and see if somebody else joins that wants to talk. And then we'll head out. You guys, like I said, all good. I got another video coming out in about an hour and a half. So thank you guys if you go support that video. And go for there. One of my videos was popping off, especially for my channel. It was at like 16K. So thank you guys for either sharing that or whatever. That's pretty good for me, man. And where's my red pen? My red pen. We'll use blue. Blue pen is when I'm unsure. Okay. So when you see this blue pen, it means I'm thinking about something. When you see this red pen, it means I feel like I got the right idea. Okay. That's what we'll do. Troy Matthews, what's up? Yeah, I'm not sure, brother. It's always worked before. You're right. Today's mathematics, right here. You got something for us? We're looking for somebody to step up to the plate. And we're trying to see, like, this Discord isn't working for some people. So if you got something to say, hop on in and we'll get it done, get it figured out. Oh, neck's hurting a little bit. And I'm still interested to talk to somebody about that subject that I probably had. New single? You could. I think if you are a subscriber, I think you can just post it in the community, right? I thought so. He's not good. Yeah, Troy Matthews is just like he's not good. Hey, Troy, since you just joined, what I was saying is what defeats a lot of the God argument is, I'm sorry, why God for sure isn't good. Why would God be mad for anybody that wants to be like God? Because as a parent, I want my kids to be better than me. So why would God be mad at anyone that was trying to become God? It's kind of an interesting thought. Interesting. Numbers 31:18. Let me see what we got. Numbers 31:18. Let's do it. Is that something like I am for jealous God or something? Numbers. That's such a bad verse. I am a jealous God. And they act like that's like a loving statement. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. But all the women, yeah, let me put that on the post here. Yeah, that's a horrible one, by the way. There's no apologetics for this one, guys and gals. No apologetics for that. But all the women and children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. That's pretty bad, man. I don't know how most people won't even try to defend that. They'll just ignore it and say that was a different time, but it still does not change what it says. It was a joke. Yeah, that verse was a joke. Just kidding. Could he be evil? As I can't talk. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light. I've created the darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all things. That's a good one. Let's post that one too. Let us do that one as well. It's a good one. All I want is people to be honest about this book, man. That's it. I'm not trying to change anybody's beliefs because I don't think you can. Oh, we got an incoming call. Let's see. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, shit. We got somebody. What's up, man?
So it's a phone call finally worked, but that's different from just going into the link.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but hey, we got you, man.
All right. Well, I see what happens is you get two voices and then you got to mute the YouTube. So I'm doing that. But yeah, I think that it's too big of a question because going back, you're like, prove to me God exists, and what's this new one? Is God good or bad? Those are big questions.
Are they?
Well, of course, but I think if we're fair to the text, I think there's something said that it's you shall know the truth and it shall set you free. So the book is actually a discussion about what's the truth and what is this freedom, and in that way we all share that endeavor, and that's where we all become like-minded. You know. Because if you want to go into the metaphysics of how the universe came into existence and then how life was formed, you know, we're never going to get all of that by ourselves. We can observe things in the universe.
We're figuring out quite a bit.
Well, but they're still at a loss because they can't figure out how RNA formed a code on its own.
But that does not mean we will never find out, right?
No, but good luck because there are all kinds of properties in biology that don't allow for it to have a mind of its own, which implies a decider, which also implies a decision maker. A decision. Well, let me say it the other way. It implies a decision.
I think it means there has to be a mechanism. And that does not have to be a conscious being. That can just be what happens.
Yeah, but we're still at a loss as for origins with that.
Maybe that's just how it is, right? I believe you think that about God, right? You think God is, right?
Well, okay, then observe in the universe what mechanism could do that. And the universe tells us that it's just entropy, the laws of thermodynamics. It doesn't describe an innate intelligence within those atoms themselves.
I would only think intelligence was the like, I don't know how to say it, like the necessary thing. If like, do you think a planet's intelligent? Like most things aren't intelligent.
Well, indigenous theology says that there's a spirit in everything. So
yeah, but I think what like spirit, I think just means like we use words weirdly. Like you'll say like spirit or essence. We're just saying what that thing is. But without us there's no such thing as what we just said.
What did you just say?
Well, no, we make it up, man.
We're trying. We're testing.
No, I'm saying like our descriptions are just made up. Like they aren't real.
Well,
like, go ahead.
You're on it. You're doing it right now. You know, the salvific message that you started with, you still have that.
Wait, what's the word you just used? I'm sorry.
Salvific.
I'm not sure what that is, so you're gonna explain it to me.
Well, what saves you from being defined as just an animal on the planet.
Wait, no, I am an animal on this planet.
Well, we're in an animal skin, but that's the thing that lies to us. And I'm sorry to force people to think about this, but Genesis says that, and it's not a book of mechanisms. It doesn't describe everything in natural history. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hold it in your hand. So it's a compressed poetic description of how things came about. And it ends up saying that God breathed his breath of life into the nostrils of Adam, and man became a living soul. Full stop.
Yeah, that's just
Man
a
became
story,
living
right?
soul. Well, I mean, people are capturing ghosts on video.
Wait,
Inexplicable
what?
ghosts. I mean, what's going on here?
Wait, what
all
ghosts
these.
did you see on the video? What ghost?
Well,
Are you
I know
messing
a
with
lot
me
of
right now? You messing
No,
with me?
I am dead serious because
All right.
for the skeptic, that Christians do warn about consulting the spirits, but observing that a ghost exists. I mean, even even Shakespeare addressed it, and he's not a prophet. But
Yes, but can we prove the ghost? That's all I care about. I get that people
well,
think they seen ghosts. I actually love that kind of stuff, but
right.
I will not. You cannot say that you actually saw a ghost as a fact.
I've never
Otherwise, you
seen
would just be able to
anything.
prove it. Oh, you haven't either. Okay, you're on my
Oh, I've
boat.
never seen anything, but
Yeah.
I kept meeting people who wanted to tell me about their experience, and I was like, all they could do is earn ridicule, right? With that story, like you could just like, oh, that person's crazy.
It
But
depends how
at
they're doing it, right? Were they going about saying that it's for sure true because I ridicule that person?
Yeah,
If
but
they're
that's the
like,
point.
hey, I had an experience, let me share it with you. I
Yeah,
don't know if it was real.
yeah.
That's better to me. A lot of this stuff where people like the Bible changes everything because the Bible tells you and it scares you into saying that it has to be true. So now people don't look at it with a objective lens. Like if you look at it objectively, you are a sinner.
Oh, that's that stuff. No, that's the guilt trip. See that's another thing about Genesis. Remember my I put a comment in there a while back, and you responded to it and said, "Hey, why don't you come into a live stream and talk about this?"
Yeah, yeah.
And 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 Genesis to me is, remember, there are things that aren't written. There's kind of a pulp fiction in the Bible where you find out later, like, oh, now that puts that original thing in context. And what I came to believe is that it was the serpent the whole time in the garden. And so the lie was much bigger than
Oh, that's you.
is an explain. Yeah.
Okay. That's you.
It pretends. See, that's a theme in the Bible, that what's going on in the garden is that there was already an angel rebellion that occurred. So instead of labeling Adam as the sinner and saying he's responsible for the fall of mankind, you now see Adam as a victim of an angel rebellion that they were never told anything about.
Can I ask you, do you have like a denomination or a religion you're a
No,
part of?
I'm non-denominational,
Okay.
and what I'll say about that is that all of you guys that accept labels and denominations,
Okay.
the truth itself does not have a label. It's just called the truth, right? So now now I'm getting into the big question. Now, how do I prove that this is the truth? Well, it's theology. It's man's reconciliation with his existence on the planet,
So do you
What is
believe
this
this
all
is
about?
real or no?
Wait, what what's real?
Like,
That
do
we're
you
in the Matrix and it's
no,
all
like, no.
satanic, or
I mean, that could be a thing too. Do you believe that God is like God's real or no?
oh yeah, because that's why I'm saying that when you look at all of the mechanisms in nature, you can't find one that will build a biomolecule. It's all set to be entropic. Like it diffuses. Physical chemistry goes from higher states of energy to lower states of energy. It fades, and
Yes, but it
it
can't be
goes
destroyed either,
diffuse.
right?
Yeah, matter changes form. It
Right.
can't be.
So if that's the case, like I always like to ask this, this is a little off the God good subject, but I still like it. So you got me. Um, if it changes, if it never can be destroyed, would that not be before God then?
Well, it changes form. So
Right, but it can't be
you have-
destroyed, right? So that is your God thing right there. We don't have to call it God anymore.
well, you could when it changes form, it loses its manifestation from light.
All right, well then, give me
it
your
can go into
definition of
complete
God real
darkness.
fast.
My definition of God? Well,
Mhm.
we're still talking about it, and that's the point. We're supposed to be talking about it, and that
Okay.
when we talk about it, we're acknowledging our role in it.
I think you're
And
just saying existence then.
that's a big discussion, and it's a long discussion.
I think you're just
And,
talking about existence. Yeah,
existence.
like you're just
what do you-
saying like existence is God.
Well, it's a product of God.
But we have to prove God, right? Like, let's say, like, I like how you brought up the simulation. We aren't sure if we're in a simulation, but we are sure we think we exist at least, right?
Well, I'll describe the simulation as our breath of life, our living soul is for some reason, and I don't know this reason why God did this, but He's got us in a flesh state. And I call it, maybe it's just God's ant farm. Maybe He was just bored, just like we get bored, you know? Uh,
Okay, yeah, good, keep going.
I mean, it's just, I don't know why He did that, but the simulation is believing that the flesh is the end all and be all of our existence, when no, there's an eternal part to you that goes on, and we're on a quest to either defile it or have it return to source. And I'd rather return to source because they say that's better than to destroy it.
Well, to me, we
Keep it
already
simple,
but we have your questions answered already because return to source is what I'm saying. The fact that nothing or the energy or matter cannot be destroyed, that is the return to source. There is no proof of God, but there is proof of matter and energy. If there was a proof of God, I would put God in that spot, but there has never been proof of those things. So I think everybody says God and they mean the universe.
Well, that's fine because it is.
But
it
that's
is an
not a
ether.
thinking thing. It's just is. It doesn't think.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually fine with that.
So then God doesn't exist then, right?
No, it's an ethereal thing that our five senses can't experience, and that's why it says no one can see God's face and live. That doesn't mean if you see God's face you'll die. It just means you can't be in the flesh state and see God because it's in a well, let's call it a different dimension now that people are calling things the multiverse. I think there's maybe just two realities: are the physical reality, which is by its default definition is it's anti-spirit. It's in a new
What's a
realm.
spirit?
Well, spirit is the unseen. The spirit is the unseen.
I think you mean deeper than that, right? Because we can't see. Oh, God, I guess we can see particles. You don't mean like see it like my own eyes. You mean like we can't measure it.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so anything we can't measure is what you would call spirit.
Yeah.
So then how, if we can't measure it, how do we even know it's there?
Because that's the part that's insulted when people try to imagine the end of their existence by defining themselves as flesh only. It offends us. It offends our entire being. We're like, that can't be true, and I don't like that. Why don't you like that? All the other creatures don't seem to complain about it. Maybe they do.
Give me an example of what you were just saying. I might be lost here. I'm gonna want to understand.
Well, when people are concerned, hey, this is a terrible condition we're under. We're born, we live, we love, and then we have to face this deterioration and then ultimately death. And then so we question, well, what's the point? And that offends us, right? And then it makes us shake our fist at
But
God.
I think the only reason it offends anybody is because we're not accepting the fact that we will all die one day.
Well, the the lie is that you believe that all you are is flesh, but I
Well, that's
know
but
that
remember, I go off of proof, right? I only care about what we can prove because once we start getting off of that path, we're going to go back to like dark ages type stuff.
right.
Right. I
know.
don't want to go there. So it's just like, if God is real, cool, God just show up, show everybody. If God doesn't want to show up, okay, whatever. We still have to go off of what we can prove. So can you right now admit that you can't prove God exists?
Not based on your criteria. I can't think
Any
outside of
criteria,
him.
even your criteria. Because you're telling me you're a science guy, you're saying some science stuff. Can you actually prove it that God exists? If you can't, you should just be like, no, I can't. For some reason, I just believe it, and then that's a different discussion.
Well, the creator is implicitly true.
Why?
In my mind. Well, it's in my mind. I have decided that because there's no explanation.
There's no explanation that you know of yet.
Yeah, there's no explanation.
So then why insert one?
Well, for the very reason that we're offended by our existence, that we were made flesh and then the flesh died. So there's no point. Nature doesn't have a point in that. Just pure random chance doesn't make a point. And so since we are creatures who search for a point, that's part of the nature of God, and that's just how I think. I mean,
yeah, but I feel like everything here's what I think's happening when you say that.
You're asking for scientific proof, though. And I'm saying, yeah, you're not going to get that.
Okay, well, I'm glad you can say that, because to me, saying that means there is no proof. It's like, you understand that, right?
Under the diminished criteria that you.
But that's how we live our everyday lives, right?
I know.
But so why would we change that?
Because people are searching for something deeper, because they see people millionaires and they're miserable.
You know what I think about when I think about something deeper? I think reality is already so amazing. We don't need to add anything to it, man. When I look up, like, I'm a geek when it comes to the universe. When I look up at the stars and stuff, man, like, I don't need to make up anything. We have so much already that is real, that we can find inspiration from, that we can find motivation from, or to do. Like, we need to start focusing on those things and not making up anything, man. Like, we don't need to do that. Like, you're saying we need to do that for some reason, but no, as human beings, you're right. I think we're weird in that way. I still think we're animals, but for some reason, we want to reach for the stars. We can't reach for the stars by making up crap. I want us, like, my ultimate goal, like, I want us to get off the planet. I want to see some shit before I go. And unfortunately, because of all of this stuff we make up, it's holding us back.
Well, there are people who they flatline on the operating table, and they come back and they say, "Yeah, I was floating on the ceiling, and I saw everything. I heard everything you said. I can tell you the songs you were playing on the radio." And the surgeons are like, you were dead. We were pronouncing you dead, and there's no way you could know all of that."
Yes, but
that's a common story,
I've researched.
Like, so
I hate using the word research. I've looked into that, and I've heard also, when we try to control that environment, no one ever gets it right. Like, when they put, like, different hidden posts hidden, like, messages or hidden anything in the operating room, no one has ever came back and said they've seen it. Like, when we control the environment, which is what me and you would agree, what science is good for and how we live our everyday lives, when we control it, all of a sudden the supernatural disappears. Like, this is also why I like James Randi, and I'm sure you've heard of him, right?
No.
Okay, James Randi he's a skeptic. He was a magician at one point, and he's a skeptic that put up $1 million prize for anyone that could ever prove the supernatural. And no one can ever prove it when science is around. That should tell us something, man. That should tell us something.
Maybe it's being blocked because it's disingenuous. So there's a lot of.
Well, wait, what? Why would if something's real, it wouldn't be blocked, right?
Well, I don't know.
What? Okay, I mean that's fair. I love when people. If you can just say I don't know. Why can't you say I don't know about God?
Well, because I it's my default launching platform. I can't. I'm not in a state where I'm denying the existence of a creator. But I do accept.
No. Don't deny it. Say I don't know.
Well, I'll say I don't know when the question is posed. Well, which one is the creator? Which story is the correct story about this creator? That's where I go. No, that's where I would say I don't know. But as far as my view of what I observe, that this thing couldn't exist without a decision.
Okay, so then why don't you pick a simulation?
Because that would also require a decision.
Okay, but then God requires a decision, right? Like who made God?
Yeah, I know that you could keep going on and on.
So then, but you see how you never solved anything though. So we might as well just say I don't know. So like it's okay, bro. Just say I don't know. Just say I don't know.
With that.
But then say it. Say it out loud. I don't know if there's a God. Just say it.
Because in my mind, I implicitly know that there must be a creator, but I don't know which story is correct.
No, I think you're saying that you think there's a creator, right? You can't know. You just told me you can't know.
Well, that's part of the blindness that we're in a state of blindness of the flesh. So
cool. So with me, work with me and build a society with me that says, "Hey, I don't know if there's a God."
Well, what happens in those conditions is that you lose the appeal of a higher authority.
We don't need a higher authority because we
do because man will enslave you if
we are the authority, man. Us.
You have to remind the principalities and powers that there are eternal consequences, which is why I don't believe in the garden.
I don't agree with that, man. I think we need to teach people, and this is why it's so important to make sure any decisions we're making in our society. Now, this means even in your home, right? In your home, to build a good family, you need to be going off of evidence. You teach your kids how to become successful off of evidence. You don't teach them all of these things off of just made up shit, right?
And then in that environment, the evidence by the scientists will say you just evolved from a chimpanzee and therefore you have no rights. You have no human rights.
I think that's irrelevant, right? Because what happens is we look at the world and I would say, hey, look, this thing feels pain as well. I need to figure out the best path forward to not do something that I wouldn't like as either, right? And I don't know how to solve the eating thing. Like to me, this also proves that God doesn't exist either. That the fact that I need to eat something to survive doesn't sound like some loving God type of thing, right? Why can't I just like live from the sun, right?
What I wouldn't mind you being in charge under those conditions, but that's not that the powers and principalities will subdue all of us and say we're God, you know.
But the reason they can do that,
believe in God.
But the reason they do that is because people believe in that. They only can take advantage of what we believe. If no one believed that there was such thing as if you have authority, you get to make the rules. And a lot of people don't agree with that. It's kind of weird. Like I would think you even agree with that until it comes to God. Like God, like all of a sudden, God is everybody's submissive, but almost everybody, especially I'm talking about United States, all these people that are super religious are the people that talk about freedom the most. Yet their God would give them zero freedom.
Wait a minute. Okay, so that's why it's a big conversation, because I don't accept the theology of the text of the Bible. I don't believe in in a literal interpretation of the Bible.
Yes.
I believe that those things were reflective of what that testimony thought at the time. So it's labeling God, and it's not actually God. It was only because that, like in Abraham's case, it's three dudes, right? But
Yeah.
God, you can't see God's face. So how did Abraham see the faces of those three dudes? Right? Those
Okay.
three dudes
Okay.
were fallen angels pretending to be God, and that's a theme of the Bible. So this reaction, you know, when people say Jesus is God, and then they start to read the Old Testament and quickly determine, well, this Jesus is a jerk. I don't want anything to do with this Jesus. Well, that's because they were worshiping the wrong gods, thinking that it was God, only assigning
Yeah,
it
but
because it was more
how do you
powerful.
know which is the wrong gods?
Well, because when Moses goes up to Mount Sinai, God says to him, "I am that I am." Doesn't give it a personal name or anything, because it's a spirit. It's not a person. It doesn't have a personal name. And he says, "No man can see my face and live." So now you work backwards to Abraham, and you say, "Well, then how did Abraham
Cool.
see three dudes?"
Another question
Uh-huh.
before you continue. How do we know any of those stories were true?
I know. I don't. That's where they say we'll just have faith, because it's a story that
And now we're back to faith. If
reveals.
you were here earlier, I don't know if
Oh
you
no, I
were.
was hearing that. I was hearing that.
So
I was hearing
now
faith.
faith is dangerous, man,
Why?
because faith makes you have an excuse to not do the work. And the work would be finding out the evidence and finding out what's true, and then using that evidence to create a better world. We have to, as a society, man, we have to do it that way. We can't, like, you would never tell your kid just have faith that you would be successful. You would teach them things that you could prove, and this would be science, by the way. You would teach them things you could prove and then hope they learn how to be successful. I would never tell my kids, hey, just think positive, go out into the world and you will be okay. That would be dangerous, and I would be a horrible parent to do that.
Well, you would have to define success, and then you would.
Well,
have
no,
to
it doesn't matter what it is. I still would give them actual things that they could test, right? I wouldn't just say, hey, just think positive thoughts and everything will be fine. And you're right, success, it means different things in different circumstances. You're 100% correct. But what I'm saying is, no matter what, if I want them to be successful in whatever they choose, and that's how I treat my kids, I don't care what they choose. I am going to show them what I know, and it has to be factual. I will never say, hey, you want to be a basketball player? Just think positive.
Right. I understand the argument. Yeah.
So then, like, do you get why I'm saying it's so important for, like, and I get, no, like, I can't make you not believe something. And that's what's different about me. And like, some people hate it. Like, I think atheists hate it on my channel. Is my whole point is not about atheism. I don't call myself an atheist at all. I am just saying there can be people like me. I still pray about shit sometimes. I don't know who the fuck I'm praying to.
Oh, you're saved. Yeah, I in my view,
like,
you're heaven bound.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant, man. Like, hold on.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're testing the spirit.
But hold on a second, man, because it's like I can't stop myself from what I was indoctrinated into.
Right.
Okay, like, so maybe in 2 years I will be saying something different, and I don't believe in anything at all. But my point is, it doesn't matter. My point is, I can't prove my stupid beliefs, and I call them stupid. And I'm okay with calling them stupid. I don't defend it. When I pray, like, what I do, I make a video, bro, and I say, hey, if this is wrong, please tell me it's wrong. Nothing has ever spoken to me, by the way. But I can't stop myself from doing it. I don't care about that, man. Like, I want to get believers to the point to where they can do that and stop pretending that what they believe is 100% true. I don't make any decision in my life off of my stupid beliefs that I can't prove. And this goes for so many things, right? There's certain people that are just superstitious. Step on a crack, break your mama's back. That kind of stupid shit. If they lived their lives like that, they would not succeed. So I am trying to get people to just be able to admit the shit they can't prove is the shit they can't prove, and we don't need that in society. You can do that at home. I don't think you should do it with your kids. Like, I don't teach my kids even this stuff. I hope my kids never watch my stuff, because what I want them to do is to go into the world and figure it out themselves. And I only present them with things that I can prove. I've never taught my kids about any religious stuff at all, and I refuse to. And I don't teach them about any superstitious stuff. I teach them things like science and stuff we can prove. We have to be humble. So when you tell me that you believe in God, and then you go out and act like you can, and you would go out and make laws or make our society off of something you can't prove, that's where I have a problem.
Yeah, the American experience, it decided not to have a theocracy. It decided that all men are created equal, endowed by their creator to have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But it does mention the creator that gives us those rights. Because
yeah, but I think that is just used as like a, I don't know. It's like we use words weirdly, man.
Sure.
And I don't think they like, I mean, like a lot of those guys were like deists, I believe. We act like they were Christians, but a lot of those guys were just like deists, like, and which I think
Masons, Freemasons, or whatever.
Like a lot of people, I think the Christianity right now is shifting to a whole different Christianity. Like the Bible is technically being rewritten as we speak, and that's why like you have churches that are okay with people being gay now, even though the Bible 0% is okay with people being gay.
Right.
Right. So it's just like, let's just get rid of that shit, man.
Well, the commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery. So in if you were going by the letter of that law, then they should be getting married.
Sure.
So that they're not committing adultery.
But you're just pointing out another stupid thing, right?
Yeah, it's a stupid thing.
So let's just get rid of it. Everybody can still believe what they believe, by the way, because I truly believe you cannot unbelieve something. It just happens. Right? Like, that's why I said one day, maybe I'll laugh at myself right now that still talks to somebody. Like I do. I'll be going to work some days. I'm like, please get me through this day. I don't know who the hell I'm talking to. I'm probably talking to myself. But it's just like, I do it, man. But it's just like, that doesn't mean anything.
But I mean, you do have a bunch of people who are demoralized by the belief that all we are is flesh, and there's nothing.
You know why?
There's nothing real that can't be measured.
But do you know why we're like that? Is because the indoctrination of that we need something beyond us. All we need is us, man. All I need is you. All I need is you to be a good guy. And then me and you.
You're a beautiful soul, but you don't realize you're surrounded by people with ugly souls.
But they have ugly. But they have ugly souls because of what we've been teaching, man.
Really?
Yes, like look at
explain that, because I'm not.
But look at history. Look at history, man. We've been taught to be greedy. We've been taught to be selfish. All of these things have been taught, and then religion has been used to actually amplify those things. Because if I can get you to stop thinking, I can make you do whatever.
Yeah, so the Bible addresses all that.
The Bible is one of the reasons why, brother.
No, you're talking about what is it? Prosperity gospel, and all that stuff is a lie.
No. But just go back to let's just do the Old Testament, man. It teaches you to be a slave.
No, it teaches what it teaches. It's a cultural context of what past beliefs were, and that's why I started out with we need to know what this truth is and how it sets us free.
No.
What is this truth that sets us free? And that's where we all need to become like-minded.
What sets us free is the best thing that we know of right now is science. That is the only thing that we have, man. Like science, and science is, we all live science every day.
And I'm telling you, as a biologist, they still haven't.
It's
come
okay
anywhere
that,
near.
bro, it's okay that we can't answer certain things, man. It's the only thing that has provided answers. Name a religious thing that has solved something. Can you do that?
Well, I'm anti-religion.
Yeah, okay, but well, fine. I don't know what word you want to use. Name something besides science that has proven something.
What has science proven?
Everything that we have, like everything.
All science does is measure the properties of materials so that those materials can be engineered into something. So what? It's just fantastic.
Let me word it this way, and maybe you'll agree. Every progress that we have ever had has come from science.
And so I ask you back, what progress? Glyphosate in our food?
The fact that now you can go to the hospital and be you can go to the hospital. You can go to the hospital and be cured from something that you couldn't be cured from 50 years ago. That's science.
Right, and their most recent move was to inject everybody with the vaccine that actually destroys your immune system.
Science can be wrong. Yes, yeah, no. Science can be wrong, right?
But everybody believed it just because they called it a vaccine.
But hold on, because the fact that science can be wrong is okay. You know why? What is going to prove science wrong? Do you know the answer? I know you do.
What?
More science.
I know, but that's it's whimsical. Those beliefs change all the time.
It's not a belief, it's a proof.
No, they're screwing up all the time because they have you believing that that's the ultimate authority. Now they can play with you and do whatever they want with you.
No, the great thing about science, man, is that if you present something that you can prove, you give that to somebody else and you say, here, I am right, because if you do the same steps that I did, it happens for you. That's right. What's awesome about science.
I mean, we're godlike. The Bible says we are created in his image and likeness. So we're godlike. Wait, so we want to create. We're creative. But science doesn't help you live forever, or it does.
Science would be the only thing that gets us to, even if it's possible, live forever, bro.
See, you're into that.
What do you mean I'm into that? What do you mean?
Are you saying that? Oh, because they're looking at the hydra. You know how you have the little hydra, and you can chop it up, and each part will grow into a new hydra.
I'm sorry, I'm not too sure about that. Nope, you're gonna have to go ahead and explain to me.
There's a small aquatic creature, multicellular creature. It's called a hydra. If you look at it under a microscope, it looks like a little kind of a tree that wiggles around. And if you chop that hydra up into however many pieces you want, each little piece will grow into a new hydra. And they say, well, that's the eternal animal, and we need to study its genome. And
sure. Yes. Now I know. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Because you're not designed to live forever.
Maybe not. But guess what? We live longer than we lived 200 years ago, correct?
You'll end up going insane and you'll all kill each other.
No, but I'm saying, hold on. We live longer than we did 200 years ago, correct?
Well, there was a high infant mortality rate, which brought the averages down. But if you passed certain...
No. We live longer. Human beings.
You're looking at averages, so...
Wait, you're not answering me, though. You're not answering me.
Well, the biblical people think, like I said, they think that Adam...
You don't think people live 500 years, right?
No, I don't believe all that.
Okay, so answer my question for me. Do we live longer than we lived 100 years ago?
Maybe, but that number is also dropping because of our belief in science.
Wait, no, bro. Like, there's not a maybe.
Yeah, it's dropping. I'm presenting the fact that people did live longer, but that the average was dropped down because there was a high infant mortality rate, and there were a lot of wars where people died in their teens because of a war,
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
think about naturally for me. Like, we naturally live longer than we have ever done before, right?
I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not saying that that's an established fact. You believe that for some reason. Sure, there are
I'm
medicines.
so confused
Well,
here.
there are medicines, and one of the very recent advancements was in antibiotics. But now you're seeing stronger and stronger antibiotics being necessary because nature,
What are
finds a way.
you comparing the number to, right? Let's say that we are
Well,
now starting to live less longer. It would still be the fact that we would need to compare that number to maybe 10 years ago or something. And it would still prove my point, because I'm saying in general, if you live right now, you'll probably live to 80, as to where 100 years ago, living to 80 was a fucking amazing thing, right?
Right, but the reason I reject the premise of this argument summarily is because you still don't live forever. You just get you're just older longer. You're in a decrepit state
Yes,
longer.
but now there's an option for a 70-year-old to be way more healthy than a 70-year-old could have been before.
All right, fine. I'm into it. It's cool. I like the fact that there's modern techniques that if I break my bone, they can put me back together pretty well.
And that would be part of the steps it would take to live longer, right? We would have to fix those kind of problems in order to live longer.
Yeah, but when you set the standard as we just need to live longer, but in the final analysis you still die, then how is that? That's still demoralizing to me. And that's what
Why?
causes this competition.
Wait, why is it demoralizing?
Because you're saying to live longer is the goal, but you still die.
Yeah, I mean, because we haven't figured that out yet. And if we never do, that's fine, but we should always strive for the best.
Okay, so you're proposing that everyone lives forever, but then what about the new generation? What about the new birth? So
what do you think is going to happen about, like, do you believe in heaven?
Well, yeah, I mean.
So then you want to live forever too. You just have a different solution.
No, it's not that it's not that I want to live forever. I just know the conditions that I have an everlasting soul.
I mean, okay, you would here once again, man. I don't think you can make a claim like that without proof. Well, so you're gonna have to give me the proof.
Start talking to people and listen to them, and then determine either. Wait,
I'm listening. I'm listening to you, right?
Well, you start talking to people that have these stories, and then you have to face yourself with, well, I'm surrounded by a bunch of liars, and I'm proposing that I want to live.
They don't have to be lying
with them.
They had an experience. They have a belief, and remember, that's why I wanted to say that I don't really care about people's beliefs. I care what they do with their beliefs.
Correct.
Because you cannot stop yourself from believing that you live forever. You can't. You either will believe that or you won't.
Well, I don't believe that I live forever in any kind of flesh state.
Yeah, but you believe something that you can't prove, and I will never be able to stop you from believing that. Like, it doesn't matter. Maybe tomorrow you wake up and you don't believe it, but it wasn't me doing it.
But what happens when you acknowledge that everyone is born like this with an eternal soul?
No, we can't do that, remember? Because my criteria is we have to be able to prove it.
Wait a minute. As far as an ethic on Earth that we all agree upon, which causes our society not to have its head on a swivel all the time looking for the next guy who's willing to kill you for your
that's just nature
in your wallet.
That's nature.
Well, but that's what you're proposing to share the planet with in an eternity. Because we know how Hydra works.
I can't stop somebody from trying to kill me. Really, if they want to try, they can try.
But if you teach them that there's a cosmic justice and that they don't need to appeal to that method of killing you for the $3 in your wallet.
The society is what you are saying is needed in the afterlife. We have to do that now. Why would we wait? Why would we not build a society that does exactly what you're saying and is for progress, is for human rights, is for all of the things that you're talking about, instead of trying to build a society that's okay with waiting until after you die to have the same things that we should be doing for each other right now?
Well, what would that be based on? Demands of the flesh, or acknowledgement of an eternal spirit?
It takes conversation and it takes science to prove, like, hey, this is why this is bad. And then I can scientifically prove why it's bad.
Okay, well then do that. But I don't see anybody doing that.
You don't see anybody doing that? I mean,
Using science to create a moral.
okay, so
foundation?
think about this night might not be you, and I'll just you'll be able to answer this. So it's kind of like the same thing as far as, do you think every single person should have equal rights?
Well, that's given to them by their creator. It's a
Hold on.
it's a
Pretend with me.
it's a
Pretend with me right
self-evident
now that
truth.
there is no creator. Like, do you think that everybody should have rights, even if there is no creator?
Of course, you're all built with that kind of internal knowledge. To me, I mean,
Yeah, but remember, we're not. There is no creator
I'm just
right
a
now.
man. I can't justify all that. I'm just one man.
What would you need to justify it?
To justify that everyone requires rights?
Yes.
Well, I can't answer that.
You can.
Why? How? Because I see tribal warfare all the time, where
Yes.
the two different tribes
And we think that's
didn't
wrong,
acknowledge the
right?
soul.
I get it. Just because
Yeah.
we know something is right does not mean everyone will do it. So now it is up to us to build a society where more people think it's right than wrong. And that's what stops the people that think what they're doing is right, that most people would say is wrong, even including them, by the way. Most people that go around and murder people would not like being murdered. So now I call you a hypocrite. Now, there are some people, don't get me wrong, it's very few, by the way, that would not care if they get murdered. So I'm not going to build society off of just those people. I am saying that most people, I could convince that, hey, you probably don't want to be stabbed, do you? You shouldn't go stab other people. That's it.
Yeah, they're psychopaths or sociopaths.
Well, remember, we're not focused
don't
on
have
those.
any-
We're focused on the ones that think just like almost everyone else. And the people that go rob people, most of them would hate being robbed. So now that person's a hypocrite again. And now I can judge that person because you're a hypocrite.
Sure.
That's all we need to build a society. A good society is call out the hypocrites. Call you out. Hey, if you're saying that this is wrong and you still do it, hypocrite. Punishment.
Right.
Like, that's all we need. We don't need this God thing up there. We can do it ourselves.
I mean, I just think that I have a larger tool bag in order to achieve that.
You
Where
have a
you're actually-
manipulation tool bag. I
You can say that.
what they experience tool bag for real, because if you get stabbed, you're not going to like it. I don't have to make up anything.
You're trying to appeal to the vicious animal, the vicious, godless animal who doesn't really care about any of
Oh, they would care when they get stabbed, though. They do care.
So
They
let's
s-
do
they
brain.
s-
Okay, let's put science in charge. We'll do brain scans of everybody and try to determine which ones don't have any empathy, and we'll stab them. And we'll say, see how that feels? Don't
No.
do that to someone else.
No. Like, no. I'm not saying that. I am saying, and I think you're like, I hear you, bro. You're kind of agreeing with me a little bit. Like, you would
I
be.
agree with you in total, actually.
You would be okay with the society I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
with that, I am saying we don't need the God word anymore. We don't have to make up anything, and that's my point. Because if I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? So,
Right.
if I'm going to say, hey, let's only focus on things we can prove, I can no longer say, I can no longer use fake things to make society better because now I'm just a hypocrite. I want to make society better, probably just like you, but I want to use things that we can prove because to me, the detriment of society is all of the bullshit that has been used to control people that has never been proven.
So I wonder if you see, a lot of people say that they left Christianity, but actually they left Christians because Christians are highly indoctrinated, and then they become bizarre themselves. So
I mean, it's not just Christians, right? There's tons of religions.
right.
And literally anyone to me that is making up something that they cannot prove would be religious.
Something they cannot
prove. Like if you can't, like if you're saying that like this happens because blah blah blah, I can't prove it, there's zero evidence, that is a form of like a religious type shit. That's the problem. Maybe religious is the wrong word. I don't know what word we need to put, but we can come up with a word.
Is it not an observation that life on this planet is a rolling turmoil? I mean, look at history. Has anybody ever solved it? And I would ask you, Jay, if you do you really want to be in charge of this mess, trying to achieve that vision?
We are in charge already, man. We are.
That's true. That's very true. So our beliefs are critical.
I don't have a choice on whether to be in charge because we are in charge.
I agree with that.
So what your question to me is like, do I not want to be alive?
I don't know. That's a new topic.
No, I know, but I'm saying when you ask me that, that is the question you're asking me because I think we are all responsible. All of us. And I think if the more people you affect, the more responsible you are to me.
All right.
But the only way that person can be responsible is if they're honest. And being honest means admitting crap you can't prove and then not using those things in order to build the society.
All right. Okay. But science wants to make certain claims and they don't admit that they haven't actually proven it either.
Science does it all the time. Like we stated before, no, not yet. I don't think science is the only thing that disproves itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, they're saying, well,
cool,
we're
man.
constantly learning, and all the last things that we were teaching you,
that's okay.
That was based on our best information at the time.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I would rather somebody on my team that thought they were right and can admit they're wrong than the person that thought they were right and was proven wrong and still says they were right.
Huh. Yeah, that's fair.
So then we're good, bro. You don't need you don't need those beliefs.
Well, I don't have the faith to believe that this was all
that's okay.
Manifest by random chances.
That's okay, bro. But when you go out in the world, if you're in my government, you would never use what you just said to make a decision, right?
If I was in your government, you haven't described your government and how.
Well,
your government
my government is an honest. My government is an honest group of people. So when me and you are coming together to make a decision, you would never say like, hey, Jay, we have to make this decision off of this belief that I can't prove. You would never tell me that, right?
Well, I wouldn't do that because then I'm sitting in the throne of God, pretending to be God.
Cool. I don't care about all that part. I would just need you to be like, hey, everything I'm telling you has nothing to do with shit that I can't prove. And then you would be on my team.
You're describing the American experiment.
But we're not doing it right though.
Well, why?
Because we have like, especially right now, our government right now is a bunch of people just saying shit and they don't have to prove it. Tylenol causes what did they say? Autism. They just said it, bro.
Oh, there's all kinds of problems with Tylenol.
No. Hold on. Don't change the subject. Like they come out there and they say Tylenol causes autism. That is a lie. And they're allowed to say it. That's the bad people to me. And we are
I
off the
don't know.
subject of God being good, by the way. I just want to say that.
I just do it,
we're
but there are
we're off the
studies that-
subject.
Well, there are studies that say don't ever take Tylenol when you're pregnant. There
Okay,
are
but
studies that confirm that.
okay, and I this is my fault for getting us off subject a little bit, but
No, it's all right.
Tylenol does not cause autism.
Well, something's been spiking autism. So what is it?
I'm not. I won't even pretend to be somebody that can speak on that part, right? But there was the study that, because I looked into this part when they announced that crap. The study they were using is an old ass study that has been that they manipulated the facts a little bit.
All right.
But
Wait,
looking
I
at
mean,
looking
are
at
you-
that too.
Are you trying to paint the picture that man can do no harm? Because man is constantly doing harm throughout history.
No, of course not. I am saying man does harm. Now we don't need some made up shit to cause more harm.
Well, everyone's going to agree with that.
Okay, bro, then you're on my team as long as you don't bring the shit
well,
that
did
you
you-
can't prove to the table.
Do you know that most headaches are caused by a lack of nutrition, mainly
Wait.
magnesium?
I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what that has to do with what we were just saying.
Well, because you're using Tylenol, which people mostly use to remedy a headache.
Okay.
But they're not going to the source of the reason they're getting headaches, and it's mostly due to the lack of magnesium. So if you start taking magnesium, you'll prophylactically not have as many headaches, especially these ones described as migraines. That's a lack of magnesium. So, we can talk about truth as long as you want.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what that has to do with the subject. Sorry, bro.
No, because you said, a scientific truth of
I'm okay.
Tylenol
Hey, let's just be real. Okay, let me just say this because I'm not an expert. If it was proven that Tylenol caused autism, cool, bro. That really has nothing to do with what my point was. My point was this: you cannot just say stuff and not prove it. That was the point. That was it.
Well, now you're gonna get me looking online looking for Tylenol.
Good.
Autism
Do it
studies.
because you should.
All right.
You should.
Yeah.
Because we should not allow these people to come on stage and just say shit that they can't prove. That's all I'm
Alright,
saying,
no,
man.
of
And that
course,
comes with people saying that God exists. That comes with people saying ghosts exist. That even comes in, like, a lot of my people hate this. That even comes to saying aliens exist. The fact that there's more likely that there's aliens is still in the realm of, hey, we ain't seen that shit. I don't care. Right, and a lot of people, my science people, by the way, would be like, no, bro, there has to be aliens. Now you sound like everybody else to me. Because it has not been proven. No, but that's not my point, bro. Because my point is, anyone walking around saying aliens 100% are true is another liar to me. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you have no clue. So, I mean, like, I'm so focused on everybody just being honest, right? That's all I care about. Let's just be honest. And if you believe in God and can't prove it, just say it.
Well,
say I believe in God and I can't prove it. Cool. I need more.
Not bear false witness.
I need more Christians. I need more religious people to stop talking like they can prove it. That's all I want.
Oh, I know I can't prove it.
Cool. Then you're cool with me, man.
All right.
So now live your life on things you can prove. And once again, God of the Bible is not good. And I think you already agreed with that.
No, they were worshiping the wrong God and thinking it was God because it was more powerful than they were.
All right.
Until God reveals his true nature when Jesus shows up.
All right. Well, we're not going to go on that part because I don't think you can prove Jesus is showing up, man. Like, you can't prove it. Remember, we just talked about this, bro.
We can't prove anything in history because history is always written by the.
So then please don't end the conversation saying that Jesus is going to show up, okay?
Well, that's what the theology is.
Yes,
about.
but you told me that you're going to be honest with me, right? Can you tell me right now, honestly, right? I want you to be honest.
But I'm not going to summarily reject the theology, though.
But I want you to say this out loud, and I bet you won't get struck by lightning. You have no clue that Jesus will show up, right?
What you mean in the future?
Yes. Say it.
Oh,
It's
no.
okay.
No, I reject Revelation. I think Revelation is false prophecy because
No.
Jesus
Hold
already
on.
did everything.
Jesus might not show up, right? It might be wrong. I want you to say
To
it.
me, I actually believe that when you pass, you'll see Jesus if you are a believer.
I want.
Yes, he
Okay,
does
fine.
return.
Fine.
He does return,
hey,
but not based on what the
hey,
Revelation.
hey, bro. I'm pretty stubborn. I want you to say that you don't know that that's going to happen. What you just said.
No,
I want you to
No.
just say it out loud. Just say it.
no, I actually do believe that's going to happen.
No, I know you believe it. I want you to say I don't know.
Oh no, I can't prove it. Yeah.
No. I want you to say I don't know. I know.
But see, you're asking me to have two simultaneous thoughts in my
Okay,
mind.
you know what? To be
Nothing to
fair,
do with
you did say
insanity.
you believe it. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
What is the closest thing I can get you to say to I don't know? I just want you to be honest. That's all. Oh, you know what? It's cool because you said you can't prove it, right? I'll take
Oh
that.
no, yeah, I can't.
All right, cool. Then we're good, bro. I
All
would
right,
help.
bro.
I would think that you can be in my society. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
yes, I can. Absolutely.
So you
I
take
like
care,
you,
man. And I
All right,
thank
you
you. I
too.
thank you for calling, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for letting me in.
Always, man. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Peace. All right. I am okay with anyone that can admit that they can't prove something, by the way. And sometimes that's what you need to say. You just need to say, I can't prove it. It's okay. There's tons of things I can't prove. All right. Anybody else that wants to step up? Because you guys got me here longer than I thought I was going to be. So I would like to still focus on the topic here. God is not good. So if anybody wants to join the conversation, I will give another 10 minutes. We'll just keep doing this 10-minute thing. I'll give somebody else another 10 minutes to join. And if you want to say something, you want to share your feelings, I'll be here. Once again, you guys, don't forget to click your buttons. I need it. I need those buttons clicked. And to me, that was an okay discussion. I appreciate it. If I can get somebody to be honest at the end, God, that feels so good. I just want honesty, guys. That's all I want. Looks like you guys are having some good conversations in chat. There's no way I can keep up. So I think you can super chat if there's something you want me to see, but I'm not asking you to do that either. I'm not going to try to go through the chat. If there's something you want me to see, okay, let me make a new link. Thank you, Weeping, for saying that. Let me get a new link. Okay. There is a new link, so I apologize. Let me get that fixed. That is the new link. Let me go to Nightbot and get the new link. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm cool with you guys having conversations as long as everybody's being respectful. I really don't care. Let me fix this. So yeah, if you want to jump up and spill your beans, if you want to jump up and be honest, this is a place where we can be honest. I will never ridicule somebody for being honest, okay? But no, I will make you be honest. I'm going to make you say some honest shit. You need to make the Discord link permanent. How do I do that? Let's see. Edit invite link? Let's see. Oh, expires in 7 days. There we go. Expires never. There's gonna be a new link now, I think. So hold on. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let me go back to Nightbot. Sorry guys, that link I just posted might be expired again because I just created a new link. So let me go here. and switch it out. Yeah, new link. All right. Thank you for that input. So now, here is the new link. All right, guys, I'm going to wait to see. Oh, we do have somebody that wanted to come up. Weeping Spirit's back. Hey, Weeping, give me a moment. I need to go refill my orange juice, and I'll be back, guys. You guys continue to have fun in the chat. Just be respectful and be honest. Be honest in that damn chat. All right, I'll be back. All right. Let's see. We actually got about 20 more minutes. I got a new video coming out in about 20 minutes. And I'm not going to fight against my own video. So 20 minutes. Anybody that wants to step up, have a conversation, that's what we'll be doing. Don't forget to click your buttons. As always, I'm Jay. Don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. Usually I say that at the end, but that's what we got to do. It's something I realized holding on to our feelings sometimes is what keeps us from the truth. You got to be able to set those feelings to the side and face reality. Oops, I left my door open. You guys don't need to see that room. 1 second. All right. You guys got to peek behind the wall like in Truman, The Truman Show, one of my favorite movies. Thumbs up if you like The Truman Show. If you don't like The Truman Show, I don't know. I don't know. We got some questions. God is love. Come on, step on up. You want to chat about God being love? I got some questions about that one. Come on in, man. The water is however you want it to be. Some people don't like warm water. Some people like cold water. So the water is however you want it to be. Like I said, we got about 15 more minutes if you want to step up. I'm a pretty nice person, so don't be afraid to join. I feel like if you come talk to me, you'll realize what I'm saying. Don't be scared. All are welcome. All are welcome. What is that from? Guess that movie. Whoever that is. All are welcome. I'm thinking of a movie. I just don't know what the hell it is. Also, for you guys that are a little bit late, this stream has been going on since 11 my time, so it was about 4 hours. There was a stream before, so you're going to see 2 recorded streams. We have a video coming out in about 14 minutes, so you guys show your support, please. You guys have been doing great, by the way. A few of my videos have been doing pretty well, so I appreciate you guys. We're almost at 2K subs, so thank you very much. Been on this for about a year and a half. So I guess right now, I want to focus on the is God good? But if you have some other subject that you want to pop in and talk about, I'm willing to answer some questions and whatnot. Well, we are talking about the story of God and is the character good? I think we can talk about that. Right? We don't have to believe in the character in real life to talk about whether it's good or not. So I think it's okay to talk about the subject. It'd be the same thing as talking about whether what Dr. Octavius is a good character or not, right? I always use Harry Potter, so I wanted to use somebody different. It looks like y'all are having some good discussions in the chat, by the way, which I like. Lay out your points, provide your evidence, call out the people that are not providing evidence. Make sure you call them out. If they're not providing evidence, call them out. We need to be providing evidence. That's what I'm about. And then own up to when you're wrong, by the way. Yeah, Dr. Octavius is conflicted, but he chooses to be bad, I think. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man, by the way, since we're talking about that. What do you guys think about that? Was that a good movie? New Spider-Man, was that good? Oh, is it not out yet? Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. I could be wrong. Spider-Man. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's Superman. Spider. Why can't I spell spider right now? Spider-Man. All right. Movie. What the hell? That's not what I typed. Spider. All right. Spider-Man movie 2026. Oh, July 30th. It's not out yet. Who's the character in this one? Or who's the villain? Brand New Day is the name. Interesting. Okay. All right, guys, we're about to cut it short. Not short. This has actually been fine. I appreciate everybody that's called in. I think we had 3 callers or something like that. Good conversations. So looks like we'll be coming to an end pretty soon. Yeah, so it's on the 30th of July. Or was it July or June? They don't tell you who the villain is, really. Is that how Spider-Man works? I guess since we're talking about movies, why don't you guys let me know what's the latest movie that you've watched? I'm always looking to find a good movie. I do believe the Bible, the villain is God. I do. That's true. God kills everybody. like in any here, it's funny. In any story, the villain would be the person that's trying to kill everybody. Plain and simple. Interesting. 4 separate Jesuses? I would like to hear that one. I haven't heard the 4 separate Jesuses. Oh, ha, Mark, you mad? Okay. You got me. All right. That's fair. I thought you were talking about something else, but you're right. Saying that God can do whatever he wants with its creation is like, that's evil. You would never say that about a parent and their children. You would never say that about someone that bred, maybe you would, but we would still call you bad. Like if you're like a dog breeder or some kind of animal breeder and you think that you can treat the creatures any way you want, like, I don't know, man. Just because you make something does not mean you should be able to treat it however you want. That's, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Not, I don't know. I just don't agree with that. That seems very silly to say. And I don't know if you really believe that. I don't know if you really believe that. The next 3 days? Let me see. Let me look that up. The next 3 days. Oh, okay. It's got Gladiator. I call him Gladiator. It's also got the girl from Zach and Jane make a porno, right? I like her character. Oh, it's got I will find you. Just know I will find you. Can y'all guess who that is? Who's the character? Who's the actor that always says that? I will find you. I bet you he says that in this movie. God doesn't lie? Who says that? Oh my God. God lies. We got to pull up a verse before I get out of here. Somebody said God doesn't lie. Hold up. Somebody said God doesn't lie. We're here to show proof. All right, 1 second. And if you know the verse before me, go ahead and post it in the chat. Yeah, Jesus lied, one. That's obvious one. Jesus said, some of you standing here today will surely not pass before you see the Son of Man coming on the clouds. Jesus wasn't sinless. What do you call when he knocked over the like all of the tables and stuff in the wait, damn it, where was it? In the damn church. I'm gonna call it a church. Wasn't that anger? Kind of a sin, right? Is anger a sin? I don't know. Listen, I don't know. There's a good one. No one has ascended into heaven. Wait, hold on. Are you saying that? And no one has ascended into heaven, but he who has ascended. There's definitely people that went to heaven before Jesus. Here's a clue to how you know Jesus would have sinned is that they never tell you from age 12 to 30, because that's usually when we're our worst. There's a reason why the Bible picks age 30, right? For Jesus to start his ministry. Like in general, we think around that age, you become a little more mature, right? So it's just like, yeah, Jesus was sinning during that time period, probably, because Jesus was probably an asshole. And if, like, let's just say Jesus really had like magical powers. Imagine a 13-year-old with magical powers, 15-year-old with magical powers. I think there is, and you guys find it for me if you can. There are stories from like another book that talks about Jesus when he was a teenager. I just don't know what it was. And if I'm wrong, go ahead and call me out. But I thought there was like some stories about Jesus being a teenager and doing different things and playing tricks and stuff like that. I just don't remember where I heard that from. Anger is not a sin? Maybe not. Okay. If anger is not a sin, that's cool. Jesus did lie, though. And I'm pretty sure lying is a sin. 3 more minutes, guys. We got anybody that wants to come in? The Childhood Gospel of Thomas. It's interesting how we all know how Jesus went to the highest mountain and saw the entire world from there. Yeah. That's some magic shit right there. Lilith, that's a good story, man. I wish we could talk about the Bible just for its like how interesting it is. Because to me, that's what makes the book so cool. I've always thought the Bible was one of like the coolest books ever put together. Because I don't know, it's one of the coolest books put together. I wish we could just look at it for what it is and really just talk about it in like the truth and be like, man, this is an interesting story. Kind of like I look at like Greek stories and Greek mythology. It's very interesting. We don't believe it though. Like I don't believe Zeus was real. I don't believe Kratos is real, but the story of Kratos, which I'm going to get that new game, God of War. I forgot when it's coming out, but there's new God of War coming out. Like those stories are so interesting. Like they're so interesting, and I wish we could just see them for what that is. Like they're so cool, man. Doesn't mean they're true though, guys. They're cool though. They are cool. Like I'm not gonna deny these stories aren't cool. They're cool, man. And this is what I want like believers to be able to get used to, right? It's like, hey guys, it's okay that we were fooled our whole freaking lives. I was one of them. It's okay we were fooled. Now we can just look at these stories for what they are and they can still be interesting. I got fooled too, man. It's okay. It's all right. They got me. All right. They got almost my whole culture. Like, there's a reason why Black people are the most religious people. It was forced upon our ancestors. So, of course, Black people would be the most religious people. And I'm trying to help my people, by the way. The Gospels are not historic facts. Come on, man. And you know that. You know they're not. God, I just wish we could be honest, man. You're forced to say that. You know the Gospels are not historical facts. All right, 3 o'clock. You know what we can do? Here's what we'll do. Everybody, let's go. Everybody go click my new video that just came out right now. Everybody click that damn video and let's get the boost going. The first hour is the best. So if you guys go click that video, I'm about to end the stream, but please go click the video, watch it, comment, and let me know what you think of it. I do take a lot of you guys' suggestions and implement them in the next videos. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm Jay. Don't forget, throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. You guys take care of each other. Be honest. Peace.